1.37 beta is now public, so let's go and check it out. Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ETS2. I could not resist. I had to check out the beta for myself. I've been hearing a couple of different comments, feedback on it, but I decided to jump straight into my modded profile. Now, normally we would switch to a default vanilla profile just to check out the default new features. But I think we can skip that because we've already seen in high level what new features there are from the ATS beta. So here we are, the modded profile. Anyway, so we are with the DAF XF105 by SES and this new food tanker that is coming with the beta. Maybe that's something that we can take a look first. Here we are. Let's show the truck as well, and you can notice in the background, as part of the beta, they decided to remodel the entire garage. I like it. Looks much cleaner now. And now with the 1.37 beta, we are halfway there in terms of walking around our own truck. We can do that now, at least inside the garage. In the actual world, game world, it's not yet possible, but here, you can do that now. You can give it a crouch. You can look around. So if you are looking at those tiny details, those wires, you can scooch and try to make your way through. Better visuals than just the camera, at least. Yeah, here you can actually see all those buttons. Wow, super detailed. But yeah, this trailer has a lot of different options. In terms of chain type, only single at the moment, no double trailers. You can go for paint or chrome though. The chrome one is not that shiny, so it's not over the top. 2 or 3 axles, and then the paint, you can pick the colors. And here you can even choose like a paint or chrome version. Same with the back. Yeah, I won't go through all the details, but just a nutshell of what we can do here. Add hoses on the left, right, both sides possible. Can even add a sticker here. I think this is for like markers for what kind of products are being hauled, but I'm not familiar what those stand for. Agricultural maybe, I have no idea. Okay, but that's the new trailer. So we are actually hauling something already. I picked up a job. We are currently in Luxembourg. We have 30 tons of milk on the way to Romania. Now we'll not be doing that today. We'll just be doing a short drive today. But I wanted to highlight, well, 1.37 is mainly about the FMOD sounds, but I am not happy yet with the truck sounds by SES. I'll give them some time to improve that. Thankfully, we have Robinicus already on the job. Robinicus already has some mods for us. This is the main reason I wanted to go with a modded profile, because I tried out the vanilla sounds. They were not good yet. So let's give them some time to fix that. In the meantime, Robinicus released his MX 13 engines, and this is what we have enabled at the moment. I won't even go and I think it's unfair for SES for us to show the SES sounds at the moment, because those are still work in progress. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Instead, let's go straight to modded. So all of these are from Robinicus. The sounds, I think, came from Krishbom, and then Robinicus is the one who remixed them for FMOD compatibility. Yeah, that one I can get behind. And of course, with 1.37, we can now roll down the windows. So let's do just that. But I think in terms of FMOD implementation, SES is focusing a lot on the AI. From what I've heard, the blinkers are also different with the SES sounds. You know what? Because some of you will be curious and some of you will want to know. So, alright, let's do this, okay? I will go and let you hear the default sounds. But take note, this is work in progress because I'm sure I will get a lot of questions. So let's go with that instead. So leave no mystery, leave no rock unturned, or whatever the expression is. These are how the default sounds are. Yeah, so when you step on the gas, when you let go, suddenly no sounds anymore. So I think these are the basically the same sound files from the old version. They just made it into FMOD. But I think even the mixing is not yet in that level. But what I like about it are the blinkers. Super crisp. Not only the blinkers themselves, but the indicators, the switch as well. I like that one. Parking brake, very crisp. So the switches are very nice, but the engine itself, very flat, very abrupt change. So no, I will not drive with that. Okay, so let's go and switch back to Robinicus. So at this moment, I would not recommend switching over to 1.37 yet, especially if you are very picky about the sounds. So give them some time to fix that. And thankfully, we have our sound modders, Robinicus in particular, on the job already to help that. So in comparison, this is how that sounds like. Now that's an engine. And if you step on the gas, you hear the varying RPMs, and when you let it go, it ramps down gradually and doesn't just get cut off. Which is how it should be in the first place. So yeah, let's give SES some breathing room. I'm sure they've been pretty busy with all the stuff. But that's why we have our modders, to fill in the gaps. Because to be fair, I think SES focused on the AI sounds. So let's open our windows and hear how the traffic sounds like from the AI. Based on the videos I've seen, it looks to be, let's go drop by Mets here. Let's maybe pass through this area. That can be like that. This. Something like that maybe. You know what, I actually want to pass through here. Okay, let's do it like this way. Perfect, yes. Okay. Based on the video I've seen from SES, they were highlighting FMOD sounds, but not for the trucks, but more for the traffic, right? If you've seen the preview that they have, it was focusing on the AI traffic sounds. So I think that's a lot better. And I even noticed that the truck sounds are better. The AI truck sounds. You can hear those air brakes going off, and they're shifting gears as well. So that seems to be working fine. I don't hear it at the moment though. Maybe when we get to the highway it will be more audible. It will drive a little, we'll see. I'm not sure if this is new, but if you look at the windshield, in the center of the windshield, there's that white line. Seems a bit off. Looks like it's something wrong with the reflections. Yeah, let's stay tuned. Let's monitor that. Let's open the windows fully. Hear the traffic. Windows closed. But I'm happy to see that many of the improvements from the ATS beta, they carried over to ETS beta as well. So they learned from ATS and they apply those to ETS2. So not everything has to be from scratch, which is exactly why they decided to do the beta one at a time. So they didn't have to do all those reworks. So I'll lower down the windows a bit. Engine brakes are there as well. I think the sounds can still be improved, but they are definitely a different world altogether compared to the SCS default sounds at the moment. I was actually very interested to hear about the Renault Range T truck sounds, because if you guys remember, the default sounds for that were very vacuum-esque, as in vacuum cleaner-esque. I don't think they improved it yet. Yes, we'll probably have to stay tuned for updates. It is the first day of beta only. Oh, there we go. I can start hearing the traffic sounds now. Sorry, I was trying to listen to the AI traffic. It's not as loud. Maybe I should increase it. But you hear it better, I think, in traffic lights, because you hear better the trucks in their air brakes and whatnot. So I'm not actually sure which parts they changed here in these cities, if it's the city itself or if it's the surrounding roads. But we'll keep an eye out, and if you guys notice anything, you let me know, okay? So a few watch outs in terms of mods. For sure, the sound mods, well, they probably will not work, and even if they do, then it kind of defeats the purpose. Most of the sound mods right now for sure are not FMOD, right? Because we've not been in FMOD since, like, we've only been in FMOD today. That's why I was actually so surprised that we are already getting some mods out there. Robinicus has been pretty busy. He's been preparing for this day, looks like. Oh, that's loud. So a few watch outs, yeah, it's going to be, as always, with a new version of the game. Many incompatibilities, many of your mods will not work. We'll have to play around with it. And if you're not the type who enjoys that kind of thing, maybe better to skip for now. Wait for 1.37 to be released publicly, because it will break a lot of your mods. Pro mods will not be compatible yet. Natural Lux will not be compatible yet. Now for me, Natural Lux works because I am in the closed beta branch and I have access to modify the files on my own. So I can change the manifest file and stuff like that to make it compatible. But if you are in the open beta release, that's not editable for you. So Natural Lux will not work for you. Was that a new barrier random event thing? Not sure I've seen that look before. But yes, these French roads, these are my favorite, I think, in terms of how the road looks and how the vegetation looks like. I've always enjoyed driving through the roads here in France. Oh no. Oh, that was a bit too close. Let's drive more carefully next time. You hear the echoey sounds? When you're under the bridge or inside a cave, one of the things that they can now do thanks to FMOD. So SCS gave the platform and the modders take care of refining the sounds. At least until SCS does it in themselves. Because I don't think they have enough manpower for it, unfortunately. Based on the recent, based on how it has been through the years. Truck sounds have not always been their forte. I hope that changes in the future. But at the moment, it remains to be true. It's great though that SCS has been able to implement FMOD engine for us, so that our modders have more to work with. Oh, this looks great. I like this. I cannot distinguish which is new and which is not, but nevertheless, this entire road we're driving through, I am liking it. Actually, this would be a nice screenshot. Nice countryside drive. But I'll try to hold off on it. Okay, good. Initially, I was actually trying to drive with the DAF XF Euro 6. Shumi's DAF XF Euro 6 is not compatible. It crashes the game. I'm assuming it also holds true for his other trucks. But we'll have to wait for updates there. And Robinicus' MX-13 engines are not compatible with the DAF Euro 6. It doesn't appear for them. So I thought, well, let's go with the 105. And in the 105 I saw Robinicus engines. That's why we are driving with this one. Because at the moment, yeah, the SCS truck sounds, I don't think anything was re-recorded. I think they were just basically ported over. And because the old sounds were not good at all, even with FMOD, those sounds did not really improve. Maybe they even got worse. Because I think I mentioned this before already, but FMOD has a tendency to amplify or accentuate, or you know, if the sounds were ugly to begin with, then they get uglier. If the sounds were really good, then they get much better. It's like a double-edged sword. In the default sounds case, my personal view at least, they were not very good, to put it mildly. So with FMOD, that got highlighted and now it's even worse. Oh, but this one I'm liking. This might be the new thing. I would bet that it is. Let's take a screenshot right here later. I'll take care of that. This is very nice. Feels very natural. Much more like a city. You guys let me know what you think. And if this is indeed new or not. I've been reading some comments. Some people were not happy with the new cities. But I like it. I really like it. It's a very welcome improvement. this one. I think this will be the screenshot. You guys know I love bridges. And roundabout bridges, definitely one for the books there. Very nice. The traffic sounds I'm not hearing a lot. I think we'll have to focus on that more in the next episode. But let me just see, just check it out a bit. If I go to audio, you should see all these new sliders now. Traffic volume. That one. Maybe we need to max that out. Not sure. Everything else is in the middle for me. Why did I switch to turbo pressure again? So yes, thank you SCS for finally releasing 1.37 beta for ETS2. Good luck on the improvements. We'll be keeping a close eye on it for sure. And hopefully you get the right mix. Because yeah, if in ATS the pressure was high, in ETS2 for sure it's even more so. European truckers can be very picky. But that's great because that actually helps with the feedback. They are not scared to voice out their opinions. And if something does not meet their criteria, then they are more than happy to highlight that. Now I have no idea how in real life a Paccar engine sounds like. So you guys will have to help me out here, okay? Let me know if this is good from Robinicus, or if this does not sound like the real thing at all. I'll be waiting for you in the comments. The only thing I'm sure of is this is leaps and bounds better than how the default sounds are like at the moment. And you would not catch me driving a truck with the default sounds. Not at this current stage at least. I'm not sure if SCS plans to improve those. Or maybe they're happy enough to have FMOD implemented. And maybe they will improve those truck sounds bit by bit throughout the future updates. But yeah, right now it doesn't seem like... Right now they are not in that place where I want them to be for sure. I was hoping that by the time that 1.37 is public and officially released, the default sounds would be more than okay. Wow, traffic actually stops now. So much so that I can go and do convoys in Truckers MP and would not have to miss out on the amazing sounds from our modders. Like I was hoping that the default sounds would be good enough that I would not cringe upon hearing them and I can bear to drive without sound mods. At this moment that is still not the case, but I mean yeah, it's only the first day of beta. So let's give them a chance. One sec, are we stopping by Strasbourg? Yes, we are. Let's go and stop here, guys. Let's go and travel through to here. Yes, and stop there. That I think is a good preview of what is in beta. That is not comprehensive for sure, but we will be driving more in the trucking stream, in the Clumsy trucking stream. So there we will go in more depth. And I'll probably have that on Thursday. Actually, when you're watching this, that will be the day after this video gets released. Because Friday is a holiday in Singapore, so I'll be streaming Thursday instead. Most likely. I'll keep you guys posted. Is this new, this bridge? I don't remember this. This is nice. I'm tempted to take a screenshot of it. No, I will resist. Yeah, but the road textures in France are my number one favorite. Like each of the DLCs have their kind of signature roads. Italy, there's a specific look of their roads. Scandinavia, the Baltic Sea DLC, the Black Sea DLC, and they all look good. They are very high res. But for me personally, I like the France roads, the French roads, the best. And how like reflective they are, and how they look. They seem the most natural to me, most realistic. But that one is my hatest gas station, the Echo. Unfortunately, I had to disable the real company's mod I had for this profile because it's not compatible with 1.37. So I'll have to bear with it in the meantime. The retarder whine is not as loud as I would have expected, but maybe that is realistic. I would personally like it to be a bit louder though, just for my personal preference. I have no idea if in real life it should be loud, but me personally I like it louder. I like hearing that retarder whine. Makes you really feel that they're slowing down. Can you let me go? That guy will not give way. Thank you. Not too shabby. So we'll probably continue this job during the trucking stream. But for now, I hope you guys had a nice preview. This one looks like a new texture. This looks like the texture they used for the Germany reworks, which is nice, but it's not my favorite personally. I really like the French roads. I think this should be staying here on the right side. Yeah, Strasbourg, this one here. Yeah, this might be a new area, just basing on the road textures. It's a bit more grey, not as reflective as the French roads. Dijon is that way, but we will be dropping off here. Good. You hear the echoey sounds when you're under the bridge. You will hear that much better when we enter a cave, a tunnel. Before we end the episode, let's take a tour of Strasbourg and see how it changed, if any changed at all. If you can notice anything at least. Oh, it definitely did. These houses look new. Am I just imagining that? I think they are. Because if this city was previously done in like the old ETS2 era, then this definitely looks different. The old ETS2 cities, like from the time when ETS2 first released, they were very industrial. They were very similar looking. But this one looks very different. I like that bridge. I like that bridge. The air gear sounds, the air shifting sounds, they're still getting cut off at some points. They're still not perfect. So I hope SCS fixes that. Unless it's on my end, maybe I'm shifting wrong. Maybe I'm shifting too fast. Not really sure. Okay, this looks good. So we'll turn left here and then we will maybe buy that garage on the left. And we'll end the episode. Oh, I'll enter the garage so you can hear the echo better. In case you haven't heard it before. I like that clickety sound. Not my favorite blinkers, but better than average. Trying to hear how the truck sounds, or like I haven't heard their air sounds yet. Yeah, like this building is old, but those buildings look new? Question mark? Not so sure about that, don't quote me on that. I do like those parking brake sounds though. Thank you. Let's open the windows fully. It looks like the garage doors are still buggy. They have the same problem in ATS, but the sounds never finish. You can hear it still opening. Why can I not move? Am I hitting something? There we go. Echoey sounds. You hear it? Echo hype. Oh, one thing that I forgot to check might have that wrong. Maybe that's why the sounds are not as what I would like them. The reverb effect of the cabin, I remember that has to be turned off. Let's do a bit of a check if that changes anything before I leave finally. Oh, it's even worse sounding now. Let's get out of here. Okay, once here outside, that sounds much better. Oh, that's super crisp. Okay, compare that when there's the audio reverb turned on for the cabin. The one for the environment needs to be on for that echoey sound. But in the cabin, yeah, I can hear that a bit of an echo. I think I'd prefer that actually turned off. Oh, there's still that like echoey sound after the blinker turns off. So maybe that's not it. I think I like this much better though. We'll drive with this in the stream, alright? Anyway, that's enough of a sneak peek of 1.37. Hope you liked that, guys. Let me know what you think. And if you have any other feedback with the video, with the beta itself, let me know in the comments. I'll be waiting for it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And Clumsy trucking, everybody. Catch you on the stream. Bye-bye.